Hello and welcome to HD Movie Talk. I'm your host, Dean's Beans, and as always, I'm joined by my great co-host and my favorite American, Fluffy Duffy.
Wow,
Hello.
favorite American.
Yeah,
There's so many of them.
yeah, but like who's I'm trying to think who's better. I was gonna go Andrew Garfield, and then I realized he's English.
Well, he was born in LA.
Yeah, but he's English.
Um,
And then I was gonna go Jim Carrey, he's Canadian, you
that's
know.
true. Chris
Oh,
Evans.
he's fine. I've been starting to think Chris Pine's my favorite Chris, to be honest.
Oh, no.
Chris Pine is the most underrated Chris. You cannot disagree with that.
Um, sure.
Because he's great.
He's fine.
What do you prefer, Chris Pratt or Chris Pine?
Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't seen any of the Star Trek movies,
Okay.
first of all. And I haven't
Yeah.
ever seen Chris Pine in something where I'm like, wow, he was the standout role.
What about when Harry Styles threw a goat on him?
Well, that's a
Topical humor. That's what you can expect here from HD Movie Talk. Where today I'm just going to brush over this question because I know you were going to say Chris Pratt, and we kind of share this same thing about Chris Pratt that I'm not going to get into here. Just we know we're on the same page with Chris Pratt.
um that he's secretly an alien.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like our intros have been getting longer these last few weeks. You know, we used to be right into the business, and now we're just dilly dallying about the
We are
place.
dilly dally. Let's get wait. Okay, so let's start while we're ahead. Let's get into the business.
Okay. So this past weekend was D23. You know,
Yes,
there was
excellent
loads of big
observation.
news, but because we're absolute uh mindless fanboys, we're only going to be focusing on one thing from D23, and that's the Marvel stuff.
Wait, I thought we were talking about Fox.
Oh, sorry, you a Fox fan?
Well,
Um,
technically Fox is well.
like what else interesting was there at D23? There was
Percy Jackson,
Inside Out 2. That seems fun.
Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, but there wasn't really anything to do with that. Like I'm looking forward to it, but the
Um,
Santa Claus TV show. Did you see about that?
no, National Treasure.
Ugh,
I haven't seen the
Nick
trailer for that
Cage
show.
isn't in it, so
He isn't.
I don't think so.
Then why would I watch
Have you
it?
seen they're making a Tim Allen Santa Claus TV show though?
Oh, I knew they were making something, but did we get a trailer for it?
We got a poster.
Okay. We're dilly dallying again, but I need to see this real quick because it's like on
Okay,
my.
it's called The Santa Clauses. Which, sure, whatever. Anyway, we're talking about Marvel. We never did an episode about Comic Con because like while that Comic Con panel was happening, Harlan was flying home from being in the UK after spending 10 days with me. So I thought I'd give him a
That's
break
true.
from talking to
Yeah.
me. So we do have some of the Comic Con news sprinkled in here as well, because we know the only reason you guys listen to this is for the fresh, fun, and inventive takes that the first two white boys to start a podcast on the internet have. Do you not like the poster?
Not really.
He looks old in it, doesn't he? But he is old.
It's the Santa Clauses, where there's only one Santa Claus on there.
Yeah, but maybe it's about like the clauses in the sun, he
It
became
won't be.
Santa Claus.
There's going to be multiple Santa Clauses.
He became Santa Claus because of the Santa Clauses. We've all seen the Santa Claus trilogy. They good films.
You couldn't say that with a straight face, could you? You
I
really,
enjoy
really, really tried.
I enjoy the second one and the first
I
one.
enjoyed the third one. I mean, it was my gum 2-year-old brain, but I enjoyed it.
I rewatched all of them 2021. No, maybe it was 2020 Christmas. I rewatched all of them recently. Anyway, we'll
Okay,
talk
into the
about
meat of it.
Christmas in a moment. Okay. But before upcoming, we have 12 movies, two specials, nine live action TV shows, and four animated TV shows to come out. Okay. And we're going to talk about these in the rough order they will be coming out. It's probably going to change. But we'll go through from the next one coming out to the last one coming out. That sound
All
fair?
right.
And
Getting a
we've only
piece of
got
paper so
two.
I can write all these down.
Okay.
Because as
We've
you were
got,
listing off the amount of
yeah,
shows and projects there were, I got overwhelmed. So
12 movies, two specials,
wow.
9 live action shows, and 4 animated shows. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Pop quiz. What's the next thing coming out from Marvel?
Is it going to be Werewolf by Night?
It is Werewolf by Night coming out on the 7th of October.
That's
There's only
really
two.
soon.
Yeah, there's only 2 upcoming things in phase 4, but which kind of surprised me. I was like, that is coming out so soon, you know? And they only just like officially announced it, kind of.
So, okay. Werewolf by Night.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer that came out yesterday, I thought looked really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
However,
Mm-hmm.
a little nervous for it because if Disney knew it was really good, they would have been hyping it up longer. This is out of nowhere.
I feel like a lot of Disney Plus stuff specifically is kind of like, this is coming out next week though, so it's not.
But not like She-Hulk. Like
Yeah, that's true. But no. Yeah, I get that, but I that thought hadn't crossed my mind, so I'm not really considering that. But do you want to hear the stuff I've got written down about this?
Sure.
So the biggest piece of news for me personally was that it's being directed by Michael Giacchino. There feels like there's some joke we could do with the ethnicity of his name there, but we simply don't have time. No dilly dallying.
What's the joke?
He's got an Italian name.
Hey, it's a spicy meatball, pizza pie. Did you know
the Werewolf by Night, Mamma Mia.
This is actually confirmed. They talked about it like later on after the Marvel panel. Jared Leto was actually originally supposed to direct this movie, but he couldn't because of House of Gucci.
He couldn't because of I couldn't think of a joke fast enough. So if you guys don't know, Michael Giacchino is an absolute legend because he has written the two. Harlan's going to disagree with this. The 2 greatest scores to any superhero movie. What do you think the 2 I'm talking about are?
That's okay. I think that's a little bit over dramatic.
Okay, but what do you think the 2 I think are the best are?
Well, The Incredibles.
Obviously.
Spider-Man No Way Home?
The Batman.
Oh. Okay.
The Batman negs Spider-Man No Way Home in soundtrack.
I'll give you Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman is really good. Not the best ever.
Do you remember when we had this conversation about the Truman Show soundtrack? And then you messaged me and you're like, oh, Dean, you were right all along. I just listened to it. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Yeah, but I've listened to the Batman soundtrack multiple times.
Okay, let's just move. But he's great, isn't he? He's great.
Yes. What we're trying to get at, he's amazing at doing composing.
He's top 2 superhero soundtrack man.
Okay, you say he's written the 2 best superhero soundtracks.
No, I said top 2 to kind of appease you because I thought you might agree with that.
Sure.
Because I know you'll be like, oh, Danny Elfman. Oh.
There's so many I could throw at you. Danny Elfman, James Horner, John Williams. Like, come on.
What's John Williams done?
Jaws, Superman, Star Wars.
Okay, he's done Superman, but I said superhero scores.
Oh.
So he's done Superman, which of
Indiana
course,
Jones.
Iconic. Indiana, shut up. He's not a superhero. We'll talk about Indiana Jones in a bit. All of Werewolf by Night is going to be in black and white. Sure, cool. That sounds fun. Man-Things in it.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by 30s and 40s horror films, which you kind of get that vibe.
Yeah, that for sure. Okay, what's next?
Okay, I'm going to ask you, what is next? What comes out after? Oh no, what's one thing you want to see from Werewolf by Night? Let's do that.
Some good horror.
Yeah.
I mean, given like 30s, 40s horror, but like.
Yeah, I can see that. And like Man-Thing is a fun inclusion. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
Next one, I think is, unless it's a Disney, I think it's Black Panther.
It is. It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you the new information we got from D23 about this, okay?
Okay.
It's Wakanda Forever is about the world trying to capitalize off of Wakanda while they're at their weakest. Because there's bits in this trailer they saw where these soldiers are trying to steal vibranium. The Dora Milaje just wipe them out. We see Ironheart flying. We see Namor's strength, and also we see Atuma, who's basically just. Do you know Atuma?
Maybe.
The only reason
I
I
thought
know,
you were saying a tumor
yeah, I knew you
in
were
a
going to say
British
that.
accent.
No, the
And
only
I was
reason I
like,
know who Atuma is because he was in the Avengers Assemble animated TV show. Did you ever watch that?
yeah.
He's the big blue bloke from Atlantis. He's basically like the Atlantis villain. What are you laughing at? It's me
Dude,
saying
I
bloke.
thought you were talking about when you said big blue guy from Atlantis, I thought you were talking about the guy like David Bowie in SpongeBob SquarePants. Hold on, I'm calling a picture of this.
Have you not seen? I'm gonna a tumor
Bro, I thought you
concept.
were talking about this guy. You remember him?
Yeah. Google a tumor concept art MCU. It's ATTUMA.
Tuma concept art. Oh no, I don't recognize this person.
Okay. Well, he's just a bad bloke. Um, I'm excited to see Namor.
Me too.
I wasn't looking forward to this movie at all. I was worried for it until that Comic Con trailer came out, which is incredible.
Yes,
That
it was really
trailer
good.
is, and the honestly, every time I've seen it in the cinema like only a few times, and every time I forget the actress's name, Black Panther's mother, um, does her big shouty rant about how she's lost everything. Just the hairs on my arms just stand up because I'm like, that is some good crap. I'm looking forward to this film now. I've seen that.
The movie's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and Ironheart seems fun as well. I'm happy with that.
One thing we
Think
want to
Shuri
see.
will be the Black Panther.
Yeah, well, maybe, probably.
Okay, what do you want to see in this? I want to see um,
I want to
CGI
see like
Chadwick Boseman for 2 hours of the runtime. That's a joke. Yeah,
I want to see like a good like if sure like whoever does become the Black Panther, I want it to be like a smooth transition. Like I don't want it to feel abrupt.
I want a good Chadwick Boseman tribute, which I know we will get.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think the next thing is? Entering phase 5, I think, although we don't actually know what phase this thing is appearing in.
Oh, I don't know.
The last thing of 2022.
Is it a show?
No,
It's a movie.
no.
So it's one of those like special presentation things.
Yes. You're going to kick yourself when you hear this.
What is it?
Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special.
Oh yeah. They didn't do anything for that at D23.
No, I know, and it comes out soon as well. So maybe maybe these specials they're just going to spring on us, you know?
That's stupid.
Because the one bit of information we have found about this recently, James Gunn tweeted this, is how he does all his news, is that it's going to be about 40 minutes long.
All
That's
right.
all we know. What do you want to see from this?
Um, just a fun Guardians adventure.
Yeah, I want it a little bit camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What is the first movie of Phase 5?
First movie. Oh, is it Ant-Man?
It's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania.
Guys, I'm
We're
lost.
wrong. Ant-Man actually came out in Phase 2. Did you hear how hesitantly I went Phase
Yeah,
2?
because it was a weird bookend for that phase.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So Kang is the main villain. MODOK will appear. Scott must do a heist in the quantum realm for Kang to save Cassie. Corey Stoll will return. Bill Murray will appear. It's going to tie directly in with Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. Randall Park is returning as Jimmy Woo. That's what we recently found out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's most of the information we've got.
Um, it's interesting how this is going to tie directly into phase 6.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, how come it's Ant-Man? But when you think about it, he's like one of the biggest characters they've got at the moment, no pun intended.
No, yeah, that's true. Because
Like,
they don't
apart
have
from Thor and Spider-Man, I think he's the third biggest name at the moment.
right. Like you could like argue Captain America, because there's still a Captain America
That's
franchise, but
true.
it's not saying like it's not
Yeah.
Steve Rogers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
So
that. That's a good argument. And I guess someone could say Doctor Strange, but I still think Ant-Man is more name recognition.
you think so?
And I think he's more popular than Doctor Strange, just because everyone loves Paul Rudd.
I would say I would agree that he's more loved Ant-Man, but more known. I don't know. I think that'd be actually really close.
Yeah, yeah, it's close. Anyway, what any hopes for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Anything stand out to you? Are you happy that Randall Park is returning?
Yeah, I love Jimmy Woo. Who doesn't? As anything I want to see, I want to see a cool Modoc design.
Yeah, me too. I want a proper cheesy Modoc. I want a silly Modoc.
Because there was like a leaked concept art of Modoc,
And it was pretty crap.
but and it was fake.
Oh
So
yeah. I had a thought I was going to share with you. Oh, when you said who doesn't like Jimmy Woo, I was going to make a joke being, oh, that guy from One Division doesn't like Jimmy Woo, but then I remembered how forgettable he is and I couldn't remember his name.
oh
Tyler Hayward. I got there in the end.
yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have been like, who? Is that a creator? Like, what are we?
I'm really excited to see Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I want a silly bit. Yeah, the one thing I want is a silly Bill Murray role.
But this is supposed to be a pretty serious movie.
But it's
From what
not going to be.
No, but it'll have more serious
It'll be
tones.
yeah, it'll be more serious, but it's not going to be. There's cool bits in the trailer which we haven't seen. There's now been two trailers for this film, neither of which have been released. Where Kang
So
is
annoying.
like, where Kang is like, "Hey, I've killed loads of you fellas, lol." He's like, "Oh, I've killed Avengers before," or something like that.
Okay. What's next?
You're not going to guess this. I'm just going to tell you. I've slotted in What If season 2 because we're getting that early 2023.
Mm,
Okay. Do you want me to just list some of the episodes we've got?
sure.
So the one everyone saw at Comic Con was What If Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper? Who cares?
Yeah.
There's the Gamora and the Sakaran Iron Man story from we missed out on last season.
Okay.
There's a Hela story. Any guts? What you want that to be?
Probably it would be something along the lines of what if Hela didn't banish what if Odin didn't banish Hela,
Yeah,
or
something like
what
that.
if like Hela just actually did take over Asgard? Was
Is it
blown
you
up?
that really doesn't like Hela?
I don't really like Hela.
Yeah, I remember because I went to watch Thor Love and
Because she
Thunder
was like
with
the
you.
worst part of
Yeah.
her act. Like whenever it
Yeah,
cut back to
I
Hela,
see
the
that.
movie
I mean,
slowed.
I would say maybe Carl Urban was, and I love Carl Urban.
You didn't like Carl Urban, and
He's fine. Um, yeah, because we went to watch Thor: Love and Thunder in the hottest cinema in the world.
yeah,
It was unbearable. Anyway,
yeah, Will was there. It's like, dude, please get out. And it's too much
get
for me.
put some clothes on, mate. Odin versus Wenwu. That one sounds lit.
Yeah, that one's gonna be sick.
And then finally, some Eternals thing.
Yay.
It will probably be, hey, what if the Eternals helped all along?
What would you say? What do you want to see from this?
Just in general,
Yeah.
I
Or
just
specifics.
a more consistent quality of episodes.
I'll bandwagon on that. Yeah,
We've
for
got
sure.
we have the same opinion on the first season of What If, that some episodes are great. Well, few episodes are good, and then few are bad, and then the rest are in between somewhere.
Yeah.
And they've already greenlit season 3, which is fine. I'm happy for them to keep making this show forever. Like, I have no issue with that.
Yeah, because I feel like, as long as it doesn't like take too much work and it's like it comes out as like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
It's going to like just the idea of the show is going to lead to some pretty interesting episodes.
Yeah, and
It's
like I'm
inevitable.
happy for them to keep making this. I'm happy for them to release 9 episodes a year if 2 or 3 of those episodes are really good every year.
Right, exactly.
And yeah, as we all know, animation is an incredibly easy
Yeah, it's like the
medium to
easiest
make.
thing.
And like you don't really need to pay the people making it that much.
Exactly, because
And
they're not
like
gonna
you can work
complain.
them as hard as you like. It's the same with CGI animators.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Quit and be out of a job?
This is more topical humor, which you can come to expect from HD
Okay,
movie.
Dean, what's next?
Secret Invasion, spring
Oh,
2023,
Secret Invasion. We got a trailer of this at D23.
which looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. I'm really looking forward to getting some like actual Nick Fury characterization.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more scrolls.
I look forward to being like, what's up with Nick Fury? Why has he been gone for so long? Actually,
How long has he been gone for?
how long has he been gone?
Because
Been
there's a
gone
bit in
for?
the trailer where Maria Hill is like, "Hey, you've been like avoiding her for ages," and I'm like, "What if he has been? How long?"
All right.
People think he was replaced by a scroll in like Age of Ultron.
Well, yeah, that's. I feel like that's most probable
Yeah. Do you think there'll be
because
a bit in?
that's
Do you think we'll get a definitive answer? Like there'll be a bit in the show where he goes, "Yes, I was replaced by a scroll in the 2016 movie Avengers: Age of Ultron."
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Joss Whedon was way too weird on set. I just needed to get out of there. Like
My one
honestly,
one. Go on.
it would make most sense if Nick Fury would come back for Age of Ultron because a scroll could disguise as somebody else, walk onto the property, get around a lot easier, and then appear as Nick Fury in the barn.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. My one
Continue.
hope is fun Ben Mendelsohn stuff because I love Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah, and my to add on to that, Amelia Clark.
Yeah, this is a really good cast, and Don Cheadle and what's
Yep,
her name, Olivia Colman,
Colby Smulders.
Kobe Smulders, Samuel Jackson. This probably has the best cast of any of these Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, I totally
So,
agree with you there.
and like I wasn't that interested in it before the trailer. Now I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah. What's
Cool.
next?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm just going to
Oh
list off
man.
some stuff here for you. We've got Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, Maria Bakalova from Borat 2 as Cosmo the Space Dog. We've got, okay, Chukwudi Iwuji, the guy from Peacemaker, as the High Evolutionary. Daniela Melchior, who is Ratcatcher 2 in an undisclosed role. And yeah, that's our new cast members.
This I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Me too, because James Gunn is a genius.
And it's gonna be like a Rocket Raccoon centered story.
Yeah, Rocket is such a in Guardians Galaxy 2 especially. Rocket's a great character.
Yeah.
I would argue James Gunn is the most consistently great superhero movie director.
Yeah,
He knows his stuff and he's doing well at it.
for sure. He knows his style, and it's always great.
Yeah. I think Maria Bakalova is going to play, I forget her name. I think it's like Lila or something, is the Rocket Raccoon love interest.
Oh, interesting.
So I can see her voicing, because that's kind of, I get that vibe from her.
Um, one thing I really want to see from this is some good Drax characterization.
Yes. Oh, Dave Bautista, one of the most underrated actors working today, in my humble opinion.
Sure. Oh, Dean's dying.
I just did a big cough and my dog didn't like it.
Was he?
Yeah. He's staring at me from across the room. Anyway, what do I want to see from this? I want to see just a satisfying finale to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to see? Oh, you said.
Sorry. Come on.
Next, we've got everyone's favorite TV show, Echo.
You know what? I think this show is going to be good.
Apparently, a sizzle reel was shown, and apparently it's very unlike what people are expecting it to be, was the line. It's going to like dive deeply into Native American culture. And Kingpin has a big bandage over his eye in the sizzle reel as well. And that's all I read about it.
Interesting. Um, Echo as a show has been bouncing around for a while. I think like at one point Echo is going to be made by Amazon. There was
Yeah,
like it's weird how it landed here. Um, but I didn't mind Echo and Hawkeye.
I
I
liked
like
the actress.
Kingpin. Um, I Daredevil might be showing up in this.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing up in literally everything else. So
Yeah. So I think if anything, if I want anything for the show, it's for Kingpin to feel like an actual because in Hawkeye he did not feel like an actual character.
yeah, yeah, good Kingpin. That's a good hope. My hope,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, chuck Tony Dalton in there, swordsman. He was fun,
Oh, he was fun.
and I like him as an actor. Okay, next up we have Marvel Zombies.
Oh, interesting. And when does this come out? Do you know?
All we know is 2023, so I've just chucked it in the middle of the year here.
Marvel Zombies.
Do you want me to give you a list of the characters we're getting?
Yeah, sure.
So the team is Yelena, Kate Bishop, Katie from Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi, the Death Dealer from Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, the Red Guardian, and Jimmy Woo.
It's interesting how they went for all like Phase 4 characters.
Yes, and I definitely don't mind that.
I think it'll give them, to establish their brand.
Yeah.
Um,
The interesting element here is that supposedly it's a continuation of the What If episode, which I think is
yes,
going to turn out not to be true.
really.
Because there's stuff like Miss Marvel's in this. And the zombie invasion hits during Avengers Infinity War in like 2018, 2019. And by then, Miss Marvel hasn't got her powers and she doesn't even know who Captain Marvel is because Captain Marvel hasn't been on Earth
Oh,
yet.
interesting.
So it's stuff like that where I think, oh, it's probably not going to, it's going to be like Spider Man freshman year.
I feel like Disney doesn't even know what they're doing with these animated shows yet.
No, they're kind of, and which is fine. They don't have to tie in.
Yeah.
Okay. We also get a gang of widows, a scroll biker gang, and then the list of zombies we've got include Icarus, Wanda, Ghost, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Abomination, and Captain America.
I think Abomination is going to be cool.
Yeah, and the zombie Icarus looks cool.
Yes. What's one thing you're hoping to get out of this movie, this show?
Good horror.
I want an intriguing story.
Okay, do you want to talk about what's next?
Sure.
This might be a little divisive.
Divisive.
Loki season 2.
Uh, um.
So the one bit of news we did get for this, which I'm very excited by, do you know what I'm about to say?
Yep.
Let's see if I can pronounce this guy's name because I love him, but I'm not good with names. Ki Hu Kwan.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So he's short stack in Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, about 30, 40 years ago. 30 years ago. Let's go 35 years ago. And he's also the dad in Everything Everywhere All at Once. He's been cast as a TVA employee. I'm happy to see him in more stuff.
Yeah.
You just yawned. You owe me $1 million.
Dang it.
How good was he? No, sorry. How cute was that photo of him and Harrison Ford?
Oh my God, it was adorable. Harrison Ford that entire day was just adorable.
Because he loves Indiana Jones. Just get him talking about Indiana Jones and not Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to the new Indiana Jones film.
Given the fact that how appreciative he was of the movie, I'm really looking forward to it.
On it, it's just James Mangold, which has sold me on it. Because otherwise, I'll be like, oh no, Crystal of the Diamond, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull 2, But James Mangold, I trust as a director.
But Loki season 2.
I'm looking forward to it. Sure. I like Loki as a character. I like Owen Wilson. Sylvie was cool. Apparently, this season is going to have more focus on Kang, which is something I complained about season 1. So I'm happy for that as well.
Okay.
Well, we should clarify. I don't really like season 1, and Harlan bloody loves it.
Yeah, it's the best Disney show.
What about She-Hulk? Do you think that could take its place?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you know what I
She-Hulk's
really
not
love
even
about She-Hulk?
She-Hulk's not even halfway over.
That's true. Do you know what I love about it though?
What?
Already makes it like what one of the top tier Marvel shows is that
What?
it feels like a TV show.
Yes, it totally does.
And that's why that's kind of the thing that's worrying me about Secret Invasion and Armor Wars, because I was really looking forward to Armor Wars, and they're talking about how Armor Wars and Secret Invasion are going to tie in heavily together. And I was like,
Well,
just make a TV show that feels like a TV show.
you know what's tricky about it though? Is like there is a time and a place for a TV show that feels like a TV show, and there's a time and a place where it doesn't. Like you know what I mean? Like I would argue like Daredevil season 1 or like season 3 feel like more like 13-hour long movies
But
than
they that still feels more like a TV show than any of these other Disney Plus shows, I think.
that's true.
I because a lot like Moon Knight was good. I enjoyed Moon Knight. But it was kind of like good stifling of a yawn there. It's kind of like it's kind of a mess because they're like trying to make it into 6 hour long movies, but then the episode structures kind of break up and the pacing is just a bit messy.
Yeah. I know, I get what you mean. Um, but if I just get one thing out of this Loki season 2, it would be Owen Wilson riding a jet ski.
Oh, that's such a good answer. My answer is a Loki and Sylvie sex scene. Very graphic.
I thought you were gonna say like Loki and Kehu Quen, but
Oh, Loki and Owen Wilson. Let's be real here.
ooh,
That's the
oh,
romance I would honestly love to see. If you were like, you can make one thing in Loki season 2 a reality, I would go Owen Wilson, Tom Hiddleston romance.
really? That's what you would go for?
Yeah, what would I want more from this show?
I don't know.
From this show specifically, you know?
Hey, it's all in your imagination. Whatever you want,
Oh,
you can.
trust me, it is all in my imagination.
Oh, 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 boy. All
Okay.
right, what's next, scene? Let's move
What's the
on.
next? It's a movie. What's the next movie to come out?
Okay, Loki season 2, Echo. It's going to be, if I
28th of
think
July, 2023.
this is a confirmed movie date.
Yes.
Ah, we're still on phase 5 too.
What comes after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Oh gosh, I don't know. What is
Come
it?
on. Come on. Do you want me to tell you?
Can you give me a hint?
Uh it's technically a sequel.
Technically a sequel. What does that mean? Um, what is it? Just tell me.
The Marvels.
Oh, sure.
Wow, you're really letting your misogyny show there, Harlan. I'm joking.
Oops.
It was just how I went the Marvels, and you went, oh, the woman-led one. So it's starring Maria Rambeau, Miss Marvel, and Captain Marvel.
Yep.
And they're like constantly swapping places throughout the film and throughout action scenes and stuff like that. Like at the end of Miss Marvel.
Oh, is that the idea? They're just gonna be constantly.
Yeah, that's what we've kind of seen people have seen in the two trailers.
Like, so like Miss Marvel doesn't really have control for powers.
I don't know why they're swapping, and I don't think it has been explained. It's just there's a scene where like two of them are falling out of the air and then they swap and then they have to save each other from falling through the air and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because apparently when Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel swap places, Miss Marvel is teleported onto like an alien spaceship and has to fight her way out of it.
Interesting.
A actress who I haven't heard of called Zori Ashton is playing the villain. And in the footage they showed at D23, she's got like a Ronan the Accuser hammer.
Oh, interesting. With like the
So
Power Stone or no?
probably not.
Okay.
What do you want to see from the Marvels?
I want to see some good Captain Marvel characterization.
I want to see as much Iman Vellani as possible.
But like Brie Larson she's a good actress,
She's great.
and I like her as a person.
Yeah.
But Captain Marvel just isn't it.
Fair enough. I enjoy your very diplomatic approach to that.
Mm,
You're like
yes, I
you're
say.
like I don't dislike this character because of anything to do with any of her politics, but because that's the issue with Captain Marvel. Because the movie's fine, I think it's fine,
Yeah. Mom
and
Vellani does not like Captain Marvel,
yeah, and there's a
which
lot
is
of
funny.
people who don't like that movie for the wrong reasons
Yes.
because people are bad. But I like Brie Larson, so give me more. I
There
think
you go.
these three characters of Maria Rambeau and Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers will have interesting chemistry.
For sure. And I think we need a little bit more Monica. Like, it's interesting that Monica Rambeau is becoming such a big part of this movie, even though we've like only got like a combined hour of screen time with her.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's a good. I like it as an idea rather than, and I really like Miss Marvel as a character. Like I have thoughts on the
Yeah,
show. We watched half of it together.
that's true.
Sorry, I just keep flexing that I've seen your face in person.
Oh, that wasn't my face. That was somebody else.
Oh, I've probably touched your face. I don't remember doing so.
Was it when I was sleeping?
Yes.
Okay, I was up for that.
Okay. Do you remember me touching your face? I must have touched your face.
You probably did. But
I'm a bit of a I can't say this sentence without sounding weird. I'm a physically affectionate guy. I'll leave it at that. Okay.
guys, this
Next up,
guy
it's a film we have pretty much no information about. Any
Blade.
guesses? Blade. Thumbs up from Dean. Looking forward to it.
Me too. One thing I want to see from it is blood.
Oh, good one. But when he cuts through the vampires, they'll just turn to dust. I want to see. I just not a lot of humor.
No, I want this to be a dark movie.
Yeah, I want to
Blade.
do it. Yeah, I think they should rename it The Blade.
I think they should rename it the Blade.
The Blade.
No, the Blade.
Oh, okay. Here's a serious pitch for you. Call
Okay.
Deadpool 3 The Deadpool.
Yeah, that'd be really funny,
I
actually.
don't think I've said this in my podcast. I remember saying this to you when we weren't recording, which was a waste. I shouldn't talk to you when we're not recording. My actual pitch for Deadpool. I'm going to save that for when we talk about Deadpool 3. We'll circle back to
Okay.
that. Blade,
Okay.
I've got nothing else to say about Blade because we
Does
don't really
your
know
pitch
anything.
involve Hugh Jackman?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Should we move on from Blade?
Yes.
TV show Ironheart. So I don't know if you saw, but we did get some Ironheart news from D23.
Yeah, we got like a little sneak peek, right?
Yeah. And Anthony Ramos is confirmed to play the villain of The Hood.
Uh-huh.
And the idea of The Hood is it's kind of set up Ironheart versus The Hood to be tech versus magic, which is an idea I love.
It will be interesting.
I really like the idea of, because it's the classic thing of, oh, this character has these powers. Let's put them against a villain with exactly the same powers.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Which is like the easiest way to make a villain.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting. I really want to see, considering this is like a new Iron Man type character, I want to see some cool like technology bits that she can make.
Yeah. I want to see some of the Iron family. I want to see Don Cheadle. I want to see Jon Favreau.
Happy.
I'll give or take Gwyneth Paltrow.
Goop.
Are we moving on from Ironheart?
Yeah.
X-Men 97.
They have not been doing anything for this show.
No. So there's 10 episodes. Magneto's in charge of the team, and season 2's already greenlit.
Really?
So I should have said that when we spoke about Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies is the only one of these shows without the next season already greenlit.
Which is probably, well, this is also the newest one to be announced too.
But like, didn't they announce? They announced it at the same time as like Spider-Man, didn't they? But yeah,
Not Marvel. Marvel Zombies. Oh wait, no, you're right. They did. They did.
but sure. Who cares? But who cares? I'm not that bothered by X-Men 97 because I don't think I've watched the animated series very much.
I saw a little bit of it. I was more like the Spider-Man animated series when I was growing
Really?
up.
Did you? You're a Spider-Man fan?
All right, guys, it was nice. It was nice talking to you. I'll see you later.
Yeah,
um,
but I like the X-Men, so why not? And we all know that theme
yes,
because
because
every
they've played
time,
it. I know
because
every
every
single
time,
time they mention mutants, some like little trolling.
it's just the camera should just pan to Kevin Feige there with an electric guitar, just going. "Meh, meh, 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 meh."
He's just so excited he finally got X-Men.
And he's so excited he finally got Daredevil because Daredevil's and everything.
Oh,
Oh, do you think we'll get any mutant stuff in the Marvels?
probably.
I think like an end credit scene.
I mean, they're gonna take any opportunity they can.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What's
Next
next?
show, Agatha Coven of Chaos.
Oh, how do you feel
I'm
this one?
sure. Like, I'm not one of those people that be like, oh, why do they have to give every character a show? This sounds awful. I'm not a fan. But I'm also like, I'm not really that bothered.
I'll watch it. I'll be excited for it. But
I
just
mean,
like
no matter how negative I am about anything on this list, I'm gonna watch it all.
ditto. But like I don't know, magic shows just like things that based purely off magic don't like witches and like
You're
medieval
not a
time sort of a
fantasy
thing.
fan.
Not super. So like just like in the synopsis of the show, it's like oh okay,
But Catherine Hahn's great.
yeah, she's awesome.
Sure. Well, who
So
like what do I want to see from this? I don't care. Just make it good.
yeah, Catherine Hahn being funny is what I'd want.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, another TV show. It's the big one. Daredevil Born Again.
Oh yes.
18 episodes. The only cast we know is confirmed is Cox and D'Onofrio. Who else do you want to see come back?
I want to see Foggy.
Yeah.
I want to see
Karen.
Karen.
You want to see Elektra, Punisher, Jessica Jones,
No,
Iron Fist,
no. I
Luke
don't want to see
Cage.
anybody like that.
Okay. Who do
Keep
you
it
no,
small.
keep it small. But it is 18 episodes, you know.
Well, that's true. But
Do you want
like,
to, do you want, do you want, do you want to hear what I think?
yes,
Chuck in a single one of those characters. I
yeah.
would say put in Jessica Jones or the Punisher and leave it at that.
Something. My least favorite part about Daredevil is the hand.
Same.
I don't know why, but just like a big, like group being a bad guy just isn't very like
There's no
appealing to me.
personality to it.
Yeah.
But Jessica Jones is great, and I
Yeah,
really like John Bernthal as well.
I agree.
I really want to see both of them back at some point.
John Bernthal, I would say, is a pretty like you could bet on that happening,
Yeah.
unless like he does something to get him canceled, which wouldn't surprise me. Um,
I mean, he's in Baby Driver. It's just a matter of time.
um, and Jessica Jones, wasn't there like something like where her hair was dyed like dark and people were speculating that she was actually being brought on for something?
Yeah. I
So,
I don't think the leak at the time was that Daredevil's appearance in She-Hulk is going to be him trying to find Jessica Jones or something like that.
oh, interesting.
How connected do you want this to be to the Netflix? How connected do you want this to be to the Netflix show?
I would appreciate it. Well, that's a good question. I feel like, oh, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I don't want them to like directly contradict it,
Yes.
and that's about it. Apart from that, they can kind of decide to make it fully connected, or it's up to you.
What's one thing you'd like to see from this show?
Long episodes.
I would say a good mixture of tones. Because Charlie Cox was saying in an interview that he thought like a lighthearted Daredevil would work. Not like slapstick, but he
Yeah.
was. Did you see
I
that
mean,
interview?
yeah, and everyone's always like, oh, but you can't make Daredevil jokey and She-Hulk. Daredevil has a lot of jokes in,
Yeah, he's not
and they
like a
work.
super serious all the time person.
Yeah,
Not like
and it
Batman.
works. I just don't want them to do the 30-minute episodes they've seemed to be doing for all the other Disney Plus stuff.
Well, I mean, we have 18 of them, so like I'm not like too worried about it. But
Yeah, I get that. It's just to me, I feel like a big problem with the pacing and the reason they don't feel like TV shows is that episode length.
mm,
Okay, you ready for the next thing?
yes,
This is a big one.
the Avengers
Captain
Kingdom suit.
America New World Order.
Oh,
So the new information we got is Joaquin Torres is back as the new Falcon. Isaiah Bradley is back, and the leader, bafflingly, is back.
yeah, this is gonna be interesting because not only is the leader more like an iconic Hulk villain,
Definitely.
um, but Tim Blake Nelson is coming back.
Yeah, from the Incredible Hulk.
Yep, and we thought that was just abandoned completely, and they're tying up that end.
I was
Um,
thinking about this. I think the leader is like the only major loose end left in the MCU
Probably, which is
because
impressive.
yeah, like the most of the even stuff like the Mandarin teas in All Hail the King, everyone was thought that was just some loose end. And
Yeah,
not counting like Netflix or Agents of Shield or stuff like that. They're like that's the only big loose end I can think of.
that is a good idea.
So, what do you want to see from Captain America: New World Order? Do you think Bucky's going to be in it? Actually,
Probably maybe like a little bit, but maybe like a cameo, seeing like why he is in another movie we're going to be talking about soon.
yes.
Um, but I don't think it'll focus on him at all.
No, I just want like some great Sam Wilson stuff because I love Sam Wilson.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Sam Wilson as the protagonist
Like
in a
comfortable as
movie.
Captain America, like now
Yeah.
he is Captain America. Okay, are we moving on?
One thing we want to see from this.
That was my answer.
Oh, I want to see some. I want to see a cool leader like look.
Yeah, I think they'll fully commit to it.
I hope they do too.
It's a really interesting choice of the villain, and I like it because before this film coming out, I was like, that's kind of all the Captain America villains.
Yeah, they ran out of Captain America villains, so they started just going to Hulks.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we're not making any Hulk films. That's just
Well,
okay. Next up, we've got Thunderbolts, which comes out 3 months after Captain America: New World Order. Do you want me to read you the lineup we have so far?
yes, please, please do.
Val, the Red Guardian, Ghost, US Agent, Taskmaster, Yelena, and Bucky.
It's interesting they put Val in that lineup.
Yeah, because she's kind of seems like the Nick Fury, but
Mm-hmm.
Bucky, Kevin Feige said it's supposed to be the most stable member of the team, which to me is a delightful thought. If that like crazy man is the most stable member.
Did you hear uh David Harbour talk about how excited he is to get a new suit?
Yeah.
They won't be like they'll make him look like actually in shape and not. That was really funny.
It is funny that he went from filming Stranger Things, where he had to make himself really skinny, to Black Widow, where he had to make himself quite chubby.
Yeah.
Good on him. Okay. Anyone else you want to see in this team? I've got a few options.
Zemo,
Yeah, I think he'd be a good like villain for this film.
Red Hulk,
Red Hulk. I was going to suggest
Abomination.
Abomination. Abomination. I was going to suggest Abomination. And the big one for me, a character I am desperate to see again, and I will do anything for Sam Rockwell.
Oh yeah.
He could fit in here.
Don't get this guy started about Sam Rockwell.
But I think Abomination will probably. I think Abomination will be on the team. They just didn't mention him because they didn't want to like give anything away about what's going on with She-Hulk.
Maybe. But yeah, that's probably fair.
Any like villain wants or
Um, if anything, I feel like They're. I think that there might not be. Like, the villain might be within the team. Like they might get up
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like I don't think they'll be a functional team,
So what
but
if
maybe
like
not.
Zemo starts in the team and then he turns on them?
I don't. Maybe not that. Just considering that's what we've seen from him so much so
That's
far.
true, actually.
Um, but maybe something like that. Zemo twisting some
They could kind
strings.
of do it like the Suicide Squad, where there doesn't seem to be like one main villain, you know? And I know it's
Yeah,
Starro, but Starro is more of just an ethereal threat that they need to stop.
yeah,
And they've got a mission they need to complete. Anyway, are we moving on?
yes.
Spider-Man freshman year.
Um,
Do you want to hear? Do you want me to just hit you with the list of characters?
sure.
Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Nico Manuro, who's from the Runaways, Harry Osborn, Amadeus Cho, and then the villains include Unicorn, Chameleon, Scorpion, Doc Ock, Speed Demon, Tarantula, and Rhino.
This show's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And the Unicorn seems fun.
What's one thing you want to see from this?
Uh, Uncle, Uncle Ben. Let's go with that. Why not?
I want to see a cool animation style because we got what it looks like, but I want to see how
Yeah,
it's animated.
in motion. Do you
Yeah.
remember our like existential thing we had with this show?
When we were together.
Yeah, where like all this
Yeah.
was announced, and it was like 2 a.m. I feel like as well.
No, it literally was, and we were just sitting on your couch because at that point they hadn't said it wasn't canon,
Well, yeah, because originally they said, "Oh, this is canon," and then they had to kind of backtrack that when they were like, "Norman Osborn's in this."
and we were desperately trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, and that was also when we were like, "Oh, we probably just watched. We were watching The Boys or something like that. We watched one episode and we went, let's not watch the second episode and go to bed early." And then we talked about this for like a solid hour and a half. Just a peek behind the
Oh,
curtain there for
yeah,
you.
there you go. That's what we talk about when we're not recording is the
The
same
same
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, are we done with that?
Yeah.
That means we're moving into phase 6.
All right.
So we have 3 confirmed dates for movies,
Okay.
and then a bunch of blanks, and then a bunch of stuff we don't know when it's coming. So I'll give you the confirmed date stuff first.
Okay.
Fantastic Four. I'm so ready for this.
Me too, if they just would announce the actors.
Yeah, so apparently casting is still underway and they haven't decided yet.
What are they doing?
Yeah, but Matt Shackman is directing, who did WandaVision, and sure, I'm happy with that.
Yep, that's fine.
What's your 1-1?
Um, a unexpected cast. I don't want it all to be big names. Maybe one or maybe two,
Yeah,
but I want to see some people we haven't seen before because I think
yeah.
that would be really
Okay.
interesting.
So if you had the magic button in front of you right now, would you press it to make John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic?
No,
Thank you for agreeing with me on this one.
I would I would wait to see until who they cast as Reed Richards. If it's somebody where I'm like, oh, I don't know about that, I would cast John Krasinski.
I'm still hoping for William Jackson Harper,
Is that the guy from
The Good Place.
The Good Place?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's really saying that anymore. They're all just going for typical
White
Caucasian actors.
40-year-olds.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, yeah, my 1-1 from the Fantastic Four. I've said this for a few things, but I really mean it for this one. Make it silly and camp.
Yeah.
Make it
Really?
silly.
I
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do that.
I know they might not. We've seen enough. Like, I think I've just been jaded by the Fant Four stick.
We both like the two original Fantastic Four movies, right?
Yeah, like they're pretty good. They're nothing
Yeah.
amazing. They're fine. But just I want something silly and a bit goofy because the Fantastic Four, it's the kind of the 60 vibes you get. You know, you want something a bit
Yeah,
Like you want something a bit otherworldly as well. You don't want something gritty and realistic. You want it a bit silly.
for sure.
Okay. Then we have like five spots we don't know what's coming. And then we have Avengers the Kang Dynasty. The only thing we know about this is it's directed by Destin Daniel Cretton. And I may as well say the next thing is Avengers Secret Wars. With no confirmed director.
I'm really looking forward to Secret Wars. That's gonna be crazy.
I'm
Kang Dynasty, interesting.
Do you want to hear the thought I've heard about these movies, which I thought is really fun?
Sure.
What if instead of doing it like Avengers Infinity War Endgame, where there's a big cliffhanger at the end, and then, what if each film is kind of following like two different teams of Avengers?
That would be interesting.
And because there's so many at the moment, you just split them in half. One of them is doing some quantum realm Kang stuff, while the other one is doing some Secret War stuff. And then
But
they
nothing
do.
that would make the movie drag. Like, what if one is way more interesting than the other?
No, I mean like you do one movie as one team and the other movie as the other team.
So, like, what do you mean? Like fighting on the same, like in the same war?
So no, they're kind of solving the same problem, but like different parts of it. Do you know how like with Stranger Things, they're all like all the characters are doing different things and they
Right.
don't know these things tie together. And
I
then
think that'd be a little tricky though. A
yeah,
little tricky.
I mean, whichever way you do this film, it's going to be tricky.
That's true. That's fair. um, what's one thing you want to see from Avengers: The Kang Dynasty?
Fun team ups and solid action.
I want to see, I want to see Kang really step himself up as like a not just like a big level threat, but like an interesting character like Thanos was.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Okay, do you want to hear all the stuff we don't have dates for?
What about Avengers: Secret Wars?
Oh, so same for both of them.
I want Black Symbiote Spider-Man.
I want Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Okay. The stuff we don't have dates for, let's rattle through this. Armor Wars ties into Secret Invasion, be 6 episodes. What I want is Justin Hammer.
What I want is Justin Hammer.
What do you want?
Next, Justin Hammer.
Oh, okay. Wonder Man TV show.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw this. The recent news was that Ben Kingsley is going to be in it as Trevor Slattery.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear that, but I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, and Destin Daniel Cretton is also involved in this. Seems fun.
Seems
I don't
fun.
know a lot about the character. Chuck
Me
Vision
neither.
in there
Oh,
because in the comics, Vision was created off Wonder Man's brain scans.
oh,
Okay, we're getting a Wakanda series with Ryan Coogler.
oh, that's right.
Anything you want from that?
I don't know because there's so little we know about it. I can't really like
Yeah. What would
cool
you want it to be?
Wakanda
If you could
stories.
choose a character for it to focus on, who would you choose?
M'Baku.
Same. It's going to be
Wow,
Okoye, I think. I think it's going to be a Dora Milaje show.
that would still be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Okay. And then we got 2 movies, Deadpool 3, Sean Levi to direct.
Yes.
Do you want to hear my pitch? You've already heard it.
Give me your pitch. Wait, can I give you my pitch?
No, you can't. You can give your pitch after my pitch. So my pitch is that you cast Hugh Jackman in the movie and all the promotional material, you have like tiny clips of Hugh Jackman in the trailer. And you say he's a big part in this movie. And the plot of the movie is that he's not playing Wolverine, but he's playing Hugh Jackman. And the plot of the film is that Deadpool 3 finds Hugh Jackman out of the multiverse and is trying to convince him to do Wolverine stuff and to team up with him. And the entire time he's like, no.
I think it would be really funny if the entire Deadpool 3 movie is trying to make Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then like he's trying to figure out a way to give Hugh Jackman superpowers, and like that's the entire thing. That'd be really funny.
Do you know what my one want from Deadpool 3 is?
What?
like the entire concept of the film to be something really meta and silly like that.
Yeah, me too. I think they're going to.
Yeah, hopefully. So it's directed by Sean Levi, and the last thing we have is Shang-Chi 2.
Mm-hmm.
The supposed leak title is Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time.
That's a cool title.
Tell me that isn't the coolest movie name in the history of the world.
It it's pretty cool for Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Um, I love the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that director is gonna have a little bit of he's gonna be a little busy, so I don't know when we'll get that movie.
Yeah. Or it might
Um,
not be him. I imagine it would be though.
yeah, usually
If
when a
they do
director
well.
makes a movie,
Yeah.
it's well received, they're gonna do a second one or a
Yeah.
third one or a fourth one or a fifth one.
Okay. So
So,
what do you want to see fill these 36 spots?
um, probably a Spider-Man movie,
Yeah, Spider-Man, solid bet.
Deadpool.
Deadpool. I would say
Um,
like Moon Knight season 2.
yeah, which might be happening, but probably not.
Who knows?
Um, trying to think what else.
People are saying Young Avengers, people are saying Nova.
Nova would be cool. I'd really like Nova.
Do you want to hear my pitch?
Sure.
Do you know what the concept of Secret Wars in the comics is?
Kind of, but I'm sure, Mark listening to us right now doesn't know what it is. So can you explain it to Mark?
So it's kind of like all these characters get stranded, all the heroes get stranded on a place called Battle World. And then for various reasons, they're forced to fight each other. And like this world has different like kind of kingdoms and allegiances, and like Doctor Doom runs a certain area and so on and so forth. What if there's a short series in between the two Avengers films called Battle World, and it's just these stories of what's happening on this planet in between the two Avengers films?
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool, but they probably wouldn't do it.
Probably not. But I would enjoy that great thing.
Wong TV show just decided that.
You must have long loved Wong in that most recent She-Hulk episode.
It honestly, when I was watching that She-Hulk episode, I was like, Wong might be the best character in the MCU at the moment. Now Vision's kind of gone. Honestly, when I looked over here, I saw a Wong pop vinyl, like on my right here. And that's what made me think that.
I see.
Okay. So what are you most looking forward to?
Out of this entire list?
Yeah. Give me like
Probably,
top 3.
Top 3. Probably would be Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay. I'll go Avengers. No, I'm not going to include the Avengers films because I'm sure they'll be great. But like I'm not feeling really looking forward to them at the moment.
Okay.
Because they feel quite far away and we don't know a lot about them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it, Dean.
What I'm trying to say is I'm better than you. Okay, so what I'm really looking forward to is Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then I don't know what to put third. I'd put Daredevil or Captain America.
Go Daredevil.
Okay, I'll go Daredevil.
Because we just got Sam as Captain
That's
America.
true. Over a year ago, but sure. Nearly. Yeah. Okay. What are you least looking forward to? Just give me your top 3.
Least looking forward to would probably be.
I'm not counting the animated stuff for this because
Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Least bottom. Agatha.
Yeah.
And maybe Ironheart, just because I haven't seen her character at all.
That's fair. I'd go Agatha. Loki. Like I'm looking forward to it, but not as much. And Echo.
Okay.
But the only thing like I'm actively kind of like tensing up for is Agatha. Like I'm looking forward to the others, if you get what I mean.
No, I get what you mean.
Okay.
All
Anything
right.
else you want to chuck in there?
Nope.
I want to let everyone know that I appreciate everyone that listens to this, and even more, I appreciate you, Harlan.
You're so sweet. I appreciate the listeners too.
And anyone else you appreciate?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. That's so awkward. Will, I appreciate you too.
Anyone else?
Um, Dean's mom, you're the best.
Yeah, Tracy is a legend. I will accept that. Okay. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Adios.
Join us next week for probably the silver lining. We haven't done one of them in a while.
Oh yeah, we'll do a silver lining.
We'll do a silver lining on Harlan's uh old YouTube channel.
You're not getting to that. You
I,
couldn't get to that even if you tried,
you said I'd get to that if I got you drunk.
and you didn't. So
Oh, there's still time. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
bye bye.